Welcome to this edition of BSW Tech Dive. I am John Lynch, Director of Business Development here at BSWUSA.com, Broadcast Supply Worldwide. Topic today, HDVMixer 2.0. A little more specifically, we're calling this one Things That You May Not Know That HDVMixer Does, But It Does. And our guest, as always, from HDVMixer and Insoft LLC, President Alex Bonello. Alex, I want to start the show off with something that I remember from days gone by, before your time.
Wow, and what's that?
They started calling something a isolated camera. This was back in TV sports, and they were calling it an isolated camera. Later on, they called it an instant replay, but it was back in the days when they actually could have a videotape and quickly re-rack it and rerun the play before the next play is done. Couldn't always do that, but it came about, like I said, before your time. But anyway, it evolved into the word ISO, just as far as isolating individual cameras. And a lot of people don't know you can do that now with HDVMixer 2.0.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the features that we've been working this year. So let's dive in and let's see some of the new stuff that we have. So let's see. We're going to be logging in hdvmixer.com, and we will. If we log in here, we are on this production, but let's log out and let's go into one of our customers. And this company has multiple stations, as you can see, around the country. So let's just click on any of these. Let's go to KMBP out of Phoenix. And boom, we're there. We see what they are producing right now. They've been recording.
Looks like they're producing a lot right there.
Absolutely. They have almost all 40 shots for this current show that they are in, which is called Bickley and Marotta. And they have all 40 scenes there. Right now they are in a commercial break, so the commercial slate is on the air. But we see there in the preview the host and the co-host in the studio getting ready to go on air after the break is finished. And here you have all different shows that this station has throughout the week. And HDVMixer will, based on day parts, switch to the proper show depending on the day and the time of the day, and that will happen when the AI is on, right? Which is how it is right now. And they've been streaming to the web for 4 days, 20 hours. They've been streaming to YouTube for 3 hours, 32 minutes. The AI will turn on and off these social media streams. So that's why the YouTube stream has been going for just 3 hours, whereas the stream to the web has been going for 4 days, right? And you were mentioning ISO recording. So here, next to the regular recorder, we have the ISO recorder. So if we click it here, we can select which cameras we want to record independently, isolated, clean feeds. And once we've selected all the cameras that we want, we can also select the program output as well.
I see you have another number of shots that you could pull up there on the ISO side. Could you actually activate all of them?
There's a limit depending on the server. So for this particular server, is 4 video sources. But that depends on the hardware. On the recording capabilities of the hardware. But certainly, you can have many more if you want.
But an ISO camera comes in very effective for post-producing podcasts and other elements, so you can separate out individual things, or for promos, things of that nature.
Yeah, absolutely. Or when you have a very high profile interview in the studio going on, you may want to stream it, to record it and stream it with the AI mode doing the switching, but maybe you then want to do a more polished post-production editing of that particular interview, and that's where ISO recording comes in, right? Yeah. And yeah, right now the AI is switching cameras. As you can see, the board up is saying something. He's the guy in the middle, the wedge scene, and as soon as he turns off his microphone, the two co-hosts go side by side. Well, we start talking again there. So all the video production is happening automated here. Okay, let's go to another station. Let's see Salt Lake City 3. Um, and these guys have the Christmas tree in the studio, and probably they have a caller on the air or some kind of pre-recorded newscast because they are not talking, and the system, the AI, is going to the wide shot of that studio. Um, and they've been streaming for 9 days and 9 hours, right? And they haven't been recording. And again, they have these shows that the AI will switch automatically to, right? Depending on the day part. And some other stuff that we've added are, well, first we redesigned the decks so that it's easier to play clips. We have the control buttons much bigger than before, and also we have now a new feature where you can see the assets, both graphics and video clips, from your station or from your entire organization. So right now we're seeing just the videos that this station uploaded into this studio's HDVMixer. But if I turn on this feature here, now I can see the videos from all the other stations that this organization has. So if I need to pull a clip that some other station in some other city has uploaded into HDVMixer, it's super easy to grab and select any of those clips. And the same goes for graphics. So say here that I want to add a background. Okay, I can add a background from this station, KSL, in Salt Lake City. But if I want to use a graphic from any of the other stations, I can click here, and boom, now I have the graphics from all the other stations, from all the other markets, right? From KTAR, from KTTH, from Cairo, right? So it's super, super easy to repurpose stuff, assets from one station to the other. And all these assets live in the cloud. So if any of these on-prem services has an issue, you just install the software from scratch, put the same license ID, and the server will pull from our cloud all these assets, and the server will be up and running in just minutes, right? One other feature that we've added also are PDC presets. So now for each camera and for each show, you can add a preset of any particular shot, I don't know, main or whatever. So you can have presets, and then you can trigger these presets when the show starts or after a commercial break, so that the cameras go to a specific position. And yeah, you can automate that, or you can create here an action button that will execute a PDC preset and send camera 1 to a specific preset, and I can add another step where I send camera 2 to another preset. So with only one click in this button, I can trigger multiple cameras into doing some specific PDC movement, right? So that's also like super useful. We've also added overlays, which is really cool. So say you want to add the logo of the station to all your different scenes, and you don't want to go scene by scene adding it, or say you want to add a Christmas logo or a Halloween hat or something along those lines, you can come here to overlays, add an overlay, and then select what graphics you want to add. Again, you can add, let's put it 100% size. So I'm adding that bug there, or I can add stuff from other stations, because again, I can turn on assets from all the stations, and boom, now I can select, I don't know, this live icon from some of the other sister stations, right? And put it like over there. There we go. So this is super, super useful as well. Or let's put it down here. There we go. And now you see it. Now you can turn it on or off, right? And if you don't longer need it, you can delete it, right? As any of the scenes or overlays. Um, and finally, something really, really cool that we did is adding an Erling tab, so that the user can have volume control for each of the Erlings independently, where you have one, two. Now you can add more than two Erlings. You can add three or four if you need them. So you can control volume levels of those Erlings independently. In general, you control them from your board, but if you need to, you can control them from the software as well. And you have the links here, not only to share with the remote guests or co-hosts, but also to delete them if you need, and create a new one, or if you need to send the link for a producer to connect to that Erling room, and be able to talk to these remote guests, right? So yeah, so that's super, super handy. Um, and finally, a really cool feature that we added is a video trimmer. So say you are recording the entire show, as some of these stations were doing, but then you wanna play short clips on the air, or you wanna upload short clips as video reels to Instagram, or as YouTube Shorts to YouTube. So now you have this video trimmer feature, where you can select any of the recordings that you did, uh, either for the current day or for this
What would happen?
week or something. Let me mute the audio here. You can select any of those recordings, and then you can manually trim the start and the end of that clip, so that it starts wherever you want and ends wherever you want. You can play and see if you like what you have just trimmed from that main video. Um, let's trim it a little bit more, because eventually the host will. There we go. Okay, so I like that trimming. Okay, it's 21 seconds from the entire clip. So let's put, I don't know, host intro, create clip, and now that clip has been created. And as you can see here on the left, I have the main video, 1 minute 36 seconds, and the clip, which is 21 seconds.
Wow.
And not
44.
let me mute this. Not only that, but I can also convert it to MP3. So say I want to upload it to as an audio podcast, I can very, very easily convert it, and all these files live in the on-prem server, right? So it's super easy to network share them and upload them from there, right? So this is, yeah, all the stuff that we've been working on this
Well,
past year, John.
quite a change from back in the day when you and I were driving around the southern states and going to engineering sessions with HDVMixer 1.0. I mean, this is just incredibly updated and such. Now, one thing, did you folks come up with all of these updates, or did a lot of them come from suggestions from current users?
Oh, we had tons of suggestions. Yeah, we have ton of suggestions. Certainly, we love customers giving us feedback on what they think they need, and adding those features. Yeah. So yeah, for instance, the PTC presets, that was something that many customers wanted. So we added it, even though the AI can control the cameras, but we added presets, and also we added a really interesting feature that it's getting more and more traction because it allows you to monetize all these video streams
Oh,
much
very
better.
important.
Yeah, very important, absolutely. Which is dynamic ad insertion. So that's the hot new technology coming to visual radio, which is the possibility of inserting video ads, like when you are watching YouTube, that in the middle of whatever you're watching, the video will go to a video ad and then continue playing. Well, that same thing, but with live streaming. So basically, you can connect HDVMixer to your radio automation system, and each time your radio automation system starts playing your commercial break, we'll send us something that's called SCUT35 metadata through the stream, and that tells your CDN that it has to play these video ads. And that's a really lucrative business because these are target video ads like YouTube, right? The same technology that YouTube uses to track users, to just play you the ads that interest you the most. So all that technology and all those really expensive video ads can be played on any of these streams now. So it's a game changer for many broadcasters.
Well, and let's point out that one thing hasn't changed. This goes back to the beginning of HDVMixer. When a new client signs up through BSW or BSWUSA.com, all of this they have to learn, but not on their own. They get in that first year unlimited tech support so they can really get dialed in on this system.
Oh yeah, that's totally true, John. And by the way, let's go back to one of these systems. So all these configurations, all these scenes in there, all these shows that I've been showing for all these stations, that's something that our team does on behalf of the station. So the station doesn't have to run all these on their own. We will deliver a system that already does all these based on what the station tells us that the system needs to be doing, and then they can adjust it here and there and tweak it and whatever. But it's not that they have to learn from scratch to do all these on their own, and that's huge. That's huge. I don't know of any other company doing that right now. Not even in the visual radio space. I would say in any company, right? In a world where Microsoft doesn't even have a tech support email on their webpage anymore. We go above and beyond configuring and customizing all these systems so that they do what the radio broadcaster needs it to do.
That's HDVMixer from Insoft LLC and available through BSWUSA.com and Broadcast Supply worldwide at our toll-free number, 800-426-8434. Fascinating what you've been able to develop over the years here, Alex. Thank you very much for joining me on this edition of BSW Tech Dive. And again, BSWUSA.com or call your favorite BSW sales rep to get going with HDVMixer, 800-426-8434. Thanks, Alex, for joining us on this edition of BSW Tech Dive.